Hello everyone. In my first book, A Road to Wealth and Happiness, the first chapter I wrote about who are you, the ego, and the false identity. In today's video, let's talk deeper about this topic. Who am I? A journey into the depths of identity. Each person at some point in life pauses to ask a quietly burning question. Who am I really? This isn't the question of what one does for a living or what one's name is. It's far deeper, a kind of soul searching that asks, what is the essence of me beneath all of the layers in the world, teeming with labels, ideologies, cultural expectations, beliefs, and social performance? The pursuit of true identity becomes both philosophical pilgrimage and a psychological necessity. Constructed identity, the puzzle of beliefs, ego, and culture. From the moment we are born, we are given names, roles, traditions, languages, and values. A Vietnamese child raised in a Buddhist family will be told from an early age that humility, karma, and family duty are important. An American child born into a Christian household might be taught that individualism, salvation, and personal freedom are paramount. A child raised in a secular, science-focused environment might grow up believing only in logic and provable facts. Before a person can even begin to ask who am I, they have already been told who they are. You are a girl, you are a boy, you are Catholic, you are Vietnamese, you are expected to do well in school, you are smart, you are sensitive, you are stubborn. Slowly, over time, these labels coagulate into a narrative, a constructed self, made up of beliefs borrowed from others. But are we truly that which has been handed to us? Many people go through life wearing these borrowed garments without question, and often it works. Identity helps us navigate the world. If I believe I am a doctor, I know what to wear, how to speak, what to value. If I believe I'm a mother, I understand my responsibilities and sacrifices. These roles are not meaningless. They are necessary tools for human interaction, but they are not the whole truth. These identities are like masks in the theater performance, useful for the scene, but not the actor beneath. And then comes ego, our inner sculpture. Ego is part of us that clings to these roles and ideas because we fear emptiness. It say, I am important because I'm successful. I'm lovable because I'm beautiful. I'm strong because I never cry. Ego doesn't just accept the labels, it fights to preserve them. It attaches self-worth to external identity. But ego is fragile. It is threatened by failure, aging, rejection, loss, or contradiction. When life shatters these labels, when the career ends, the beauty fades, the relationship fails, people often spiral into existential crisis. Why? Because they have mistaken the costume for the soul. Belief as identity, a double-edged sword. Many divide themselves by what they believe. I am a feminist. I am a conservative. I am a spiritual. I am a scientist. These identities give direction and coherence, but they also divide. When beliefs becomes rigid it can fly. We no longer listen. We defend. We argue not for truth, but for the preservation of self. This is particularly evident in today's polarized world, where belief systems have become a form of social currency. Our identities are now echoed in online bios, political hashtags, and group affiliations. While these connections can offer belonging, they can also breed tribalism. When our beliefs define us too deeply, we stop being curious. We fear questioning them because we feel like questioning ourselves. Beliefs should be maps, not cages. A wise traveler updates the map when new terrain is discovered, but many prefer to live within own maps because they are safe. Certainty, even if false, is more comforting than confusion. But growth never happens in comfort. It begins with the humility to say, maybe I am more than what I believe. Maybe I don't fully know yet who I am. The mirror of culture and society. Culture acts as a mirror that shows us who we are, but only through its own lens. A culture might value obedience over expression or community over individuality. Depending on where and how we are raised, we absorb those values without realizing it. For instance, in collectivist cultures, identity is often tied to family roles. A person might say, I am a daughter of so and so, or I am a good son. In more individualistic cultures, identity leans toward personal achievements. I am self-made, I am an entrepreneur, I am free. Yet, both perspectives can be incomplete. Culture gives us context, but not essence. It tells us how to live, not why we live. And because society tends to reward conformity, many live within culturally approved boundaries, never exploring who they might be outside those borders. A Vietnamese woman might never question her role as a self-sacrificing mother, even if her soul longs to write poetry or travel alone. A man raised in the Stoic might bury his grief until he eats him from the inside. The price of social acceptance is often authenticity. So what is true identity? True identity is not a static label. It is a living, unfolding awareness. It is not merely what we think, believe, or do. It is what remains when all of those are stripped away. The mystic and the philosophers of every age have pointed toward this deeper self. The ancient Greeks spoke of Gauti Sultan, know thyself. The Upanishads of India proclaim do of that, meaning the soul is one with the divine. The Christian mystics speak of the true self as that which is hidden with Christ in God. The Buddha taught that identity is an illusion and freedom comes in letting go of the self. All these perspectives agree on one thing. We are not merely our thoughts, rules, or beliefs. Beneath them lies something deeper, an awareness, a witness, a spark that is not born and does not die. This awareness cannot be described fully, only experienced. To begin touching this true identity, we must practice a kind of inner excavation. The path to self-knowledge. So how does one begin to know who they truly are? First, silence and solitude. Modern life is so noisy. We are constantly bombarded with opinions, news, and digital chatter. True identity speaks in whispers, not shouts. Silence creates space for listening. Solitude, even brief, allow us to feel our own presence without distraction. In such moments, we might ask, what arises when I stop trying to be someone? Second, observation without judgment. Watch your thoughts, feelings, and impulses like clouds passing through the sky. Say, here is the anger, or this is the pride, or I am feeling insecure now, or over time I will realize if I can observe it, I'm not it. There is something deeper, an awareness that is untouched by emotion. Third, questioning assumptions. Whenever you say, I am, pause. Ask, who told me that? Is this identity serving me? Is it true now, or did it used to be true? For example, someone may always say, I'm not creative, but is that a fact or a belief inherited from a childhood teacher's criticism? 4. Letting go. Identity often becomes clearer not by adding new labels, but by shedding old ones. This is frightening. This is liberating. A snake must shed its skin to grow. You must too shed stories that no longer fit. You are allowed to become someone new. Fifth, living from the inside out. Instead of asking, what do others expect of me? Ask, what brings me alive? What resonates deeply with my soul? Begin to align outer life with inner truth, even if it is inconvenient or misunderstood. This alignment is where authenticity lives. The paradox of identity. Here is the final irony. The deeper you go into discovering your true identity, the less obsessed you become with defining it. You become comfortable with mystery, with not knowing, with being in process. You stop clinging to who you are and start being who you are. Your actions begin to flow from present, not performance. True identity is less about having a solid self-definition and more about living in alignment with inner truth, moment by moment, breath by breath. You might still play roles, parent, teacher, artist, but you no longer confuse the role with your essence. You wear masks when needed, but you know your face beneath. You can let go, start over, evolve, and reinvent because your worth is no longer tied to labels. In the end, so who are you? You are not your job, not your past, not your titles or your trauma. You are not your beliefs. You are not your beauty or even your name. You are the silent witness behind the thoughts, the calm beneath the storm. You are the breath before the words. You are the dancer, not the dance. And when you touch that quiet place within, however briefly, you will recognize it not as something new, but as something timeless. You won't need to declare it to the world. You simply live it. And in that living, you finally be home. That is your true self. Thank you so much for listening, And I hope you enjoy the video. Please click for more new videos.